This is the edited version of the first chapter of my book, The Day After You Died. Chapter 1. Everett. June 5th, 2025, 11:58 p.m. I wrote my letters slowly, making sure they're perfectly legible. I set them on my mattress, folded neatly, each one addressed in big bold letters on a neat line, with everyone's names written perfectly. Emery, Quinn, Amethyst, Dad and Mom, Arthur. I refused to write to my younger sister, Avery. I didn't know what to say to her, how else to explain that I just couldn't be alive. I spent so long telling her stories to make my struggles into victories, but how could I spin death into me winning some mystical battle? I just couldn't do that. It's funny, really, even as I open a bottle, my top priority is making sure that other people will understand why I did what I did. I need them to understand. If they don't, then they'll blame someone who shouldn't get blamed. I don't want that. I made sure everything was perfect. Fucking perfect. I didn't grab any water to swallow alongside my pills. It's fine. It'll probably help this go faster anyway. I didn't eat all day, lying to my friends that I'd eat at home, lying to my family that I ate at Quinn's during my birthday party. That'll probably help too. I dump a handful of my newly filled prescriptions. I won't need it anyway, so it doesn't matter how much I take, as long as it's enough to kill me. I dropped the meds to my mouth one by one. I started hacking on the fifth one, I think, and I just shoved the rest down my throat. It burned more than any alcohol I'd ever drank before had burned. I thought maybe if I had drank during my party, this would go quicker, but I didn't want anyone seeing me do that. I promised I wouldn't, and I was completely fine if they drank. I promised it, and I had already decided to break enough promises. I watched Amethyst and Arthur, the way they smiled at each other. Amethyst led Arthur in a dance before he fell over her. They laughed. I could see it. They did care a lot. When I did this, Amethyst would be taken care of. Her mom cared for her too, obviously. Quinn would be fine. She was always the most stable of the group. That last kiss between us felt like I was lying, because I was. I threaded my fingers through her hair and told her, "I love you, Quinn." She smiled gently. "I love you more, Ev." I leaned my head back against the wall, my back as well, my feet still supporting me. I had said goodbye to my friends today at Quinn's house. I made sure to hug Quinn extra tight. She had kissed my cheek, not knowing it'd be the last time we kissed. I thought of my sisters, Emery and Avery. I thought of Mom's stupid E-name theme. As my vision blurred through the bit of light coming from the window, I thought of school. Who would notice I was gone next year? Quinn, Amethyst, and Arthur. My teachers wouldn't notice. I'm hardly there anyway. My peers wouldn't notice unless they needed help, but even then there's plenty of other people. When you think about death, what do you think it would be like? What do you think your final thoughts would be? Before everything goes dark, before you're nothing else but a wisp and some memories. Just before everyone forgets who you ever were. I knew I hadn't made an impact. I was hardly 15 for a day. So I thought of facts. Everett Dakota Woods was my name. My birthday was June 5th, 2010. My favorite color was wine red. My favorite food was strawberry ice cream that Quinn made. I was an older and younger brother. My girlfriend was Quinn Zhang. My best friends were Amethyst Santos and Arthur Smith. I was a baseball player. I was, at one point in time, a happy person. When I was young, around my youngest sister's age. Before me and my mother's constant fighting. Before my wrists were stained. Before the psychologist told us I was bipolar. A long time before any of that. That was what I thought while I was dying. I stated over in my head different facts about who I once was. I hadn't been anything after this. I was sure of that completely. I had no plans for the future, unlike my sister. I wasn't an artist. I had no ambition for college. I was just going to hurt myself and everyone around me over and over again until I died. So I may as well just get it over with that part now. And then my vision blurred in and out, in, out, in, For bits of time, I saw the torn-up posters on my wall my mother despised. She clawed through them during one of her fits a few months ago. My hearing began to ring after what felt like a few minutes, but just before everything stopped, I heard the silence of the house. Avery's music next door she left on before leaving to her friends that no one had turned off. I heard Dad and Emery's comfort show playing in the living room, the ticking of the grandfather clock at the end of the hallway by Emery's room. Everything was still. A bit of light hit my eye. Not a bit of light hit my eyes anymore. The house sounded dark. I felt my head fall and Quinn's face flash before my eyes along with everything else I enjoyed. Those moments did make me happy. I think that death is the most peaceful thing a person can experience. Why people associate it with black and gray gloominess is because of how other people perceive it. When I thought of my friends, I thought maybe I made a mistake. And then 12:37 a.m., June 6, 2025. Everett's head hit the wall. His body tried to regurgitate the medication mixture, but his body had gone limp. Everett's cause of death was determined to be by the overdose. The loss of blood when his head gashed against his bedroom wall and nightstand, and the choking due to the vomit in his throat added on to the quick death. His body was left until the next morning to be found by his older sister.